Hello and welcome to another What's Inside. Today we're looking at Risk, Office Politics. This is from 2018, that's the copyright on it, from Hasbro Games. 2 to 4 players, it's aimed at adults, and it's obviously a parody of the classic. Hasbro was trying some interesting things with different takes on some of their classic games, and this was one of them, one of the more recent ones. And it really just is supposed to be kind of a parody of itself. And inside we're going to see a game board, 36 cards, 4 sets of pawns, 48 managers, 80 interns, and 32 donuts, 49 paper office supply tokens, 2 playing dice, label sheet, and game rules. So let's see what we have inside. It's only retailed for about 20 bucks. You can still find it online. Prices will obviously vary. Alright, so here's our pieces. Here's our cards. We've got our inserts here. And this is going to be important to have because it's got a lot of cool stuff on it that's going to be important to you. So 1 manager equals 3 interns. And then of course you have the donuts, office supplies, toner, discard 2 toners and place 2 interns anywhere on the board any time during your turn. So there's a lot of different pieces here. We got coffee, red staplers, toner, inbox, and donuts. These are about the size of an American quarter or a loon if you're in Canada, roughly. On the back they're just black, so there's that. Alright, then we've got our instructions here. Oh, there's some stickers. 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, and 4. Is there a die yeah, there's empty die in the bag. That's just lazy. Blank die? Really? You couldn't just give me a regular one? Alright, paper on here is really crap, too. So, of course, you have to label the die. Place labels on the 2 dice separated. Each die should have 1 0 label, 2 1 labels, 2 2 labels, 1 4 label in any arrangement. So if you buy it used, get ready for some crazy layouts. But there's how the board is set up. This is in color at least. It's okay paper. It's not as bad as a lot of them. It's a lot thicker than I expected when I first saw it. So there's that, but it is still really cheap paper, so be aware of that. This is going to get torn up pretty easily. Let's take a look at our board. It's a typical 4-square board, unfinished back, with a big sticker on it. And what do we've got? We've got marketing, creative, sales, engineering, human resources, shipping, and finance. And it's got an order of play on both corners for convenience. And we'll get a kind of a look at the board here. The layout is a little simplistic, but I don't really think it needed to be complicated. So you've got different colors. You've got red, purple, blue, white, orange, yellow, and green. And that matches our color pieces here, which are red, yellow, green, and blue, plus the dice. Let's take a closer look at these and the cards. Okay, so we'll take a look at the cards. As you can see, it says Risk, Office Politics, and then copyright 2018 Hasbro. So let's open these up and see what the cards look like. Well, that came apart real easily. Alright, better shot of the back of the card. We've got shipping, marketing, finance, engineering, creative, Sales. Then Not Today, Take Your Drama Elsewhere. These are office drama cards. Looks like we've got quite a few of these. Looks like actually all the rest of them are office drama cards. These are the only ones that say Risk Office Politics. So we'll get those out of the way. So, Not Today, Take Your Drama Elsewhere. Second one. Third one. Then give this card to any opponent. Different one. Gloria from Finance brought donuts. Help defeat a fellow coworker. Give this card to any opponent. Coworker just reported you to HR for your safety language. What an asshole. Yeah, so there's some adult language in here. You must admit something. You conveniently forgot to tell blank name of coworker. You shipped some sensitive IP into coworker's bag, then called security. Steal one token from an opponent. A different steal one token. If you win dispute, steal 2 tokens from any opponent. You consider American Psycho a corporate training video. That promotion's yours. You can almost taste it. You get hands on your boss's corporate card. Donuts for everyone. Coworker plugs in for their big presentation and reveals some not safe for work photos on their desktop. You start a rumor that at the water cooler the coworker is hooking up with the interns. You log in using coworker's password and download Freaky Prawn. You bring in donuts knowing coworker has a low-carb diet. You just survived company-wide layoffs. Time to raid your fired coworkers' workspaces and score some choice office supplies. You just caught coworker at their desk picking their nose. Snap a photo and email it to everyone in the office. You finally secured promotion over coworker. Nothing like sweet smell of success and your enemy's failure. You've identified 2 pain points on this project. Coworker and coworker. You have a presentation this morning. Time to rise and grind. Time to gloat. Coworker just sent a snarky response to your boss's email and hit reply all. You don't tell coworker their fly is open before the presentation. You convince everyone coworker's the one stealing food from the employee fridge. Spoiler, it's you. And lastly, you do all the dishes in the break room again and leave everyone a nasty note about it. So that's all the cards. They're decent quality, actually. A little thin for my taste, but not bad. So that is the cards. Let's take a look at some of these pieces here. So there are 3 different types of cards. There's managers, interns, and donuts. Let's take one of each and see how they look. And the dice are in here as well. Alright, so the manager just has like a little bullhorn kind of thing. That does not want to zoom in on that. So he just yells at people. Let's see if I can find another color. So maybe that'll be easier to see. Let's try green. So that's the manager one. There's 4 different colors. Then we've got the intern. Grab a couple examples of that. It's just somebody bowing in supplication. Now, they don't have any copyright information or trademark on the bottom, which is kind of surprising for Hasbro. So they may have been cutting some corners. Then the donuts. Focus. There we go. They look like glazed donuts. The back is just regular round lifesaver shape. They're fairly small too. Then we've got our 6-sided die, which is just this big blocky thing. It's a little bigger than your average game die. And it's blank, so you can put stickers on it, like we looked at before. We've seen these before. They're okay. I don't tend to like them. I think they're a little more difficult to roll because they are a little bigger and bulkier. And they're a little heavier, so younger people or people with small hands tend to have a little bit of a problem with them. But that is generally what is inside here. We already heard how many of each. So yeah, a big bag of pieces. So that is what is inside Risk Office Politics. Aimed at adults, 2 to 4 players from 2018 Hasbro Gaming. It looks okay. It's kind of an interesting twist on it, but I don't know, it doesn't really hold any appeal to me. You get a lot of pieces, especially the little pawns, 48 managers, 80 interns, 32 donuts, 49 paper office supply tokens, 2 player dice, label sheet, game rules, game board, 36 cards. It looks okay. If you're into working in an office or you have some kind of corporate job, you might get more out of the joke here than the average person, but it looks alright. I think it's an interesting idea that could be a lot of fun, or it could be really dumb. So, yeah, if you see this cheap, I would say get it, but if you're not a big Risk fan, you're probably not going to care too much, or if you don't work in an office, probably not going to be appealing to you. But it's an interesting take on the Risk rules. So, I don't know. I prefer armies, but, you know, what are you going to do? So, we've seen what's in the box. You've heard my take on it. That's going to do it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching and supporting the channel. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss future unboxings and reviews. If you'd like to help the channel out in other ways, links in the description to my Teespring store, Patreon, and Streamlabs, or you could just share the video out on your social media. And as always, we hope to see you on the next one.